Virgo, come in. I have been waiting to share this with you. And I say that without exaggeration because what is moving through your energy right now has a quality to it that I do not see every day. Something singular, something that belongs specifically to you. Sit with me and let it land. Um, Something is coming out of nowhere, not gradually, not with warning, not in the way you Virgos prefer things to arrive. Organized, predictable, with enough time to analyze and prepare. No, this arrives the way the best things always arrive for you. Sideways, when you least expect it, in the middle of an ordinary moment, when your guard is down just enough for something extraordinary to slip through. Your phone, or a message, or a moment that stops you mid breath, and your heart, that careful, guarded, precisely maintained Virgo heart that you have spent so long protecting from disappointment, from people who did not understand its depth, from the particular pain of loving completely and not being met with the same. That heart is about to skip a beat. I want to talk about who this person is, not their name, their energy, what they carry, what they bring towards you. This is someone who sees you. And I do not mean that casually. I mean it in the specific Virgo sense. Because being seen as a Virgo is different from being seen as most people. Because you present so well, you manage everything so competently, you give so much and ask for so little, that most people accept the surface version of you as the whole version. They take what you offer without ever wondering what it costs you to offer it, without ever looking beneath the capability and the calm to what lives underneath. This person looked beneath. They saw the softness under the precision, the longing under the self-sufficiency, the heart that loves with everything, hidden under the heart that analyzes everything first. They saw the real Virgo, not the one you show the world, the one that lives quietly behind the one that holds everything together. And what they saw moved them. Now let me tell you about the text, because that is part of what is coming. A message, a reach, something that arrives in your hands digitally, simply, and yet carries the weight of everything that could not be contained anymore. This message is not casual. It may read casually. It may open simply with something that sounds ordinary on the surface. But you, Virgo, with your extraordinary ability to read between lines, to feel the subtext beneath the text, to sense what is not being said as clearly as what is, you will know immediately. This is different. This one matters. Something in your chest will shift when you read it, not dramatically, not in the way movies show, but quietly, internally, a flutter, a warmth, a skipped beat that you feel in the pause between reading and breathing. And here is what makes it shocking. Not its content necessarily, but its timing the moment it arrives. will be a moment you were not braced for it. A Tuesday afternoon, a quiet morning, a moment when your mind was somewhere else entirely, and then your phone lights up and everything else pauses. That pause is the skip. That is your heart recognizing something before your mind has time to process it. That is your body saying, "This matters. Pay attention." This is one of the moments. Listen to that. When it comes, listen to your body before your mind takes over, because your body knows things that your Virgo mind sometimes talks you out of. And in this moment, your body will be right. That moment is close. And then there is the gift. I want to speak about this carefully because the gift I see moving toward you may not come wrapped, may not be material, although it could be. The energy around it is layered, and I want you to stay open to all its forms. The gift may be words, an expression, something said finally that has been sitting unsaid for too long. Words chosen carefully by someone who knows that you notice the precision of language. Who knows that for a Virgo? The right words, said the right way, land deeper than almost anything else. The gift may be time, undivided, intentional, someone choosing to slow down and be fully present with you. In a world that is always rushing, that alone, for someone as perceptive as you, communicates everything. The gift may be acknowledgement, a recognition of what you bring, what you have given, what you have endured quietly, without complaint, without asking for credit. Someone finally looking at all of that and saying, "I see you. I see what this cost you. And I want you to know I see it." For you, Virgo, that is the most precious gift of all. Oh, I want to take a moment now and speak directly to something that lives in you, that has been there for a long time, and that I think needs to be addressed before this arrives. You have a tendency, Virgo, to dismantle the good things before they fully form. Not because you are negative, you are not, but because your mind works faster than most. It sees the potential problems before anyone else does. It runs the scenarios, checks for inconsistencies, identifies the risks, and sometimes, in trying to protect you from disappointment, it dismantles the very thing that was trying to bring you joy before it has had a chance to become real. I need you to catch that impulse this time. When this message arrives, when this person reaches, when this gift makes its way to you, do not immediately run it through every filter you have. Do not immediately look for the catch. Do not immediately reduce it to something safer, something smaller, something more manageable than what it actually is. Let it be what it is. First, before the analysis, let yourself feel it, raw, unprocessed, real, because you deserve to feel something good, without immediately asking whether it is going to last. without already preparing for the moment it might end, without hedging against the joy of it. Before the joy has even had a chance to fully arrive, you, Virgo, deserve to be surprised by something wonderful. And then let yourself be surprised all the way through without cutting it short. I want to say something now about what makes you so specifically magnetic to this person, because I think understanding it will help you receive what is coming from a place of deserving rather than from a place of wondering why. You are consistent in a world that is not, you show up the same way every time for people who matter to you. You do not perform warmth. You do not perform care. You simply are warm, simply do care. And in a world full of performance, that is extraordinarily rare. You are honest, sometimes uncomfortably so, but always from a place of genuine investment. You do not say what people want to hear. You say what is true. And people who have experienced that know how rare it is. Know that your honesty is a form of respect, the highest kind, and you are patient, even when patience costs you, even when waiting is hard, even when you would rather know now than endure the uncertainty. You give things room to develop. You trust the process even when the process is uncomfortable. But there is something else, something less talked about when it comes to Virgo energy, something that this person felt and could not unfeel. Your depth, the fact that there is so much more to you than what is visible, that every conversation with you has a texture, a weight, a realness that most conversations simply do not have, that being around you makes people think more carefully, feel more fully, show up more honestly, because you model what that looks like simply by being yourself. That depth is what they keep returning to in their thoughts, in their quiet moments, in the decision to finally reach out. This person experienced all of that, and they are not done experiencing it. Which is exactly why they are reaching out. Why the text is forming. Why the gift is being prepared. Why something that has been sitting inside them is finally making its way toward the surface and toward you. Virgo, you have spent so much of your energy giving, tending, maintaining, making things work, making people feel supported and seen and cared for, and you have done it beautifully, as you do everything. Now it is your turn to be tended, to be seen, to be the one who receives something beautiful without having to ask for it, without having to manage it into existence, without having to earn it through another act of service or sacrifice. Just receive it because it is yours, because it was always coming for you, because you, Virgo, have always been worth this. When that message arrives, read it slowly, let it land fully. Let your heart skip that beat. And then, instead of immediately analyzing it, instead of immediately cataloging every possible interpretation, just feel it. For one full minute, just feel it. Because this is the moment you have been patient for. This is the return on every quiet act of faith. Every time you chose to remain open, even when opening felt risky, every time you kept your heart soft, in a world that kept giving you reasons to harden it, this is for you. Whew, your heart is about to skip a beat. Let it